You know what I mean? When we were hit in 1993, I mean, my father was down at the World Trade Center after they were bomb cleaning it up, you know, for years, you know, and that bomb only killed 6 people.
You know, we didn't do nothing. We just turned our cheek. And look what happened. You know, we didn't go in, we didn't attack. Okay, they came back and they did it better the second time. You know, you have to retaliate. If you don't retaliate, they're going to just keep stepping on us Americans.
If they could catch bin Laden, I think it would eliminate a lot, or some of the other allies of that situation.
There was a lot of bombings all over the world before the trade centers, and we weren't in Iraq. So I don't know if it increased it. I think that we're probably at risk anyway. I think that, you know, we're very lucky we haven't had the suicide bombings here that they have in the Middle East constantly.
Overseas, there's going to be a lot of that for years, and you know, I guess we have to see what's going to happen here in America.
In the interim, since they haven't attacked us, they've attacked Spain and England has all been attacked.
The security in this country stinks, sucks, whatever you want to say. I mean, I'm trying to be nice about it. And, you know, all the attention is going to Iraq. Oh, Iraq this, Iraq that. They're going to get smart and start to worry about what could happen here.
We cannot live as a world or as a country forever an armed camp in opposition to terrorism. We live in a modern, complex society that's very vulnerable to terrorism. Terrorism has been around since, well, probably it's been around all throughout history, but certainly it's been an active matter from the 1700s onward, mainly focused in those who are economically disenfranchised. As long as that economic disenfranchisement lasts, as long as the economic displacement lasts, as long as people have no hope for improvement for themselves or their children, there will always be terrorism.
How were you received as a soldier over there?
Through non-militants, open arms. I mean, they were turning their own people into us at that time, and they still are. They actually, believe it or not, they call them Alibaba, the criminals over there. You know, while you're there, they love the American troops. I mean, I got pictures, I got film of kids loving us and families loving us. We did a lot of humane missions, bringing food. We took care of hospitals where women were giving birth to the children over there, and they were being attacked by Taliban. I mean, that's no way to live. I mean, if America was under that kind of situation, we'd be looking for help also.
It is a unique aspect of the human being. Most animals will only die because they're attacked, beset, ill, or simply age. Men, by contrast, will die for an idea. These ideas won't die, and therefore the dying won't die, and terrorism will continue to a lesser or greater degree as a central core problem until such time as we have a more effective world government that can address human problems on a much wider scale than exists today.
Do you think the war was about oil or democracy, or was the war about something else? What was the war about, in your opinion, the Iraqi war?
Oil and nothing else.
Oil.
Oil?
Oil and stuff like that.
All of it and more.
I'm sure it had to do with both, oil and bringing democracy to the Middle East.
I believe it was more towards democracy. Although some oil had something to do with it also.
We're there for the oil, or maybe for revenge of 9/11.
I really don't know. I'd probably say probably terrorists.
It's a war for oil. It's not about terrorism.
I don't think the war was about democracy, and I don't really think the war was about oil.
I think probably just revenge.
I think it was a little revenge on his father's part, you know, kind of finishing up where he left off.
What he wants, you know, what he things that he wants, not what, you know, what we need. You know, it's nothing concerning us. You know, it's what he's concerned with.
It's not about helping the people, you know what I'm saying? The bottom line is help the people. You don't help the people, what you doing?
For the oil, for the money.
It's such a region rich in history and money.
Because oil is money.
Like everything else, money.
I think the war was about oil. I don't think we were invaded. As the principal output of Iraq was turnips or broccoli.
I think everything has to do with oil, unfortunately. It's demographically one of our major things, but I think it could have been done totally much easier and less strain on the economy.
I know that we want it to be democratic over there. And I don't understand why they don't want that. We're not hurting their religion. We're not hurting anybody. Everybody should have the right to their religion. I don't care what religion it is. If they believe in God in any way, they have that right.
Constant war between these nations, and the killing is hard. I think it's hard for the world.
To save Israel's rear end is what I think it's probably from.
It seems to be anytime someone else has something that's valuable or that we feel threatened by, then we seem to, go on the offense against them.
I mean, I don't think that people, in power in this country want the entire Middle East run by ideological, religious zealots.
Because the Iraqi people, the Iraqi government could hit Israel with a Scud missile. So if they put a nuclear warhead on it and blew it up over Israel, that'd be the end of it. I don't think they were ever a threat to the United States.
Nuclear weapons, for example, we have them, but it's not okay for anyone else to have them.
The only light is America, and we're the only light.
Do you think Bush was truthful about the reasons that we went to war in Iraq?
Definitely not.
No.
No.
Nah, I don't think so.
No, because I'm still not really sure why we went.
No, I believe he lied to us.
Yeah, I don't think we got all the truth.
I believe he told part of the truth, not the whole truth.
He was very untruthful.
I think he simply played the fear card.